In this video, we're gonna discuss further about the patterns and sequences. So, I already gave you a module for your first day, and I suppose that you already read that, and I assume that you have already some ideas about this lesson, the patterns and sequences. So I'm not gonna discuss it totally. I'm not gonna focus on elaborating what the sequences are. We're just gonna focus on the examples that I'm gonna give. So let's start by defining what is sequence. A sequence is a list of numbers. The numbers in the sequence are called terms and are often written as a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, and so on, up to a sub n, and so on, and so forth. So kung mapapansin nyo dito, ito muna, yung 3 dots, it is read as or called as ellipsis. So tawag dito ay ellipsis. Ibig sabihin, yung sequence natin ay magko-continue. So it will go on and on. Then, so ito ellipsis. Then itong a sub 1 is the first term. A sub 2, of course, the second term. A sub 3, third term. And a sub n is the general term. So, ano ibig sabihin ng general term? Ibig sabihin, itong a sub n can be any term. It can be a term that let's say a sub 100. So, pwede ito maging, itong n na to, pwedeng maging 100, pwedeng maging 2,000, pwedeng maging 4, 6, kahit ano. It can be any place in our sequence. So, example tayo. Let's use this sequence 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, then up to 2n. So, itong term na to, ang a sub 1 natin dito ay yung, syempre, yung 2, yung first term. Ito yung a sub 1 natin, si 2. A sub 2 natin is si 4, A sub 3, si 6, A sub 4, si 8, and A sub 5, si 10. Then, ito yung 2n natin. Ano tong 2n na to? Ito yung general term natin or yung A sub n natin. So, pinapakita lang dito that we can get any place in this term or in this sequence given or by using this exquisite formula na 2n. So, exquisite formula, ito yung formula para sa sequence natin. So, you can get the exquisite formula by observing or looking at the patterns in our sequence. Kaya patterns and sequences yung title ng lesson natin. So, try natin dito. As you can see, lahat sila even number. And itong 2n na to ay dito na derive kasi nga 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, lahat sila even, kaya ito ay 2 times n. And n can be any number. So, papakita ko sa inyo, 2n. So, a sub n natin equals 2n. Diba? Then, yung n natin can be any place in our term. So, let's try a sub 1. So, kapag a sub 1 siya, yung n natin, syempre, magiging 1. So, magiging 2 times 1. Kapag 2 times 1 na siya, anong sagot? Di 2. So, tama. First term natin, a sub 1 is 2. Then, para naman kapag a sub 2 na, syempre, yung n natin magiging 2. So, a sub 2 is 4. Tama. So, kayo na magtuloy. Subukan nyo kapag a sub 3 kung 6 ba lalabas. A sub 4, 8 ba? A sub 5, 10 ba? So, let's try kapag naman yung, let's say ito ay naging 2017. A sub 2017. Biglang talon tayo. Kapag A sub 2017, meaning 2 times 2017. Then, ano sagot? 2017. 17 times 2 is 7, 14, Para haba ako dito 14, 34, 4,000, 34. So, ibig sabihin, yung 2017th term natin will be equal to 4,034. So, parang ganun lang. A sub n natin is yung general term at this sequence may be represented as A sub n equals 2n. By this, we can get any place of the term in this sequence. So, yung 2n, A sub n equals 2n natin is yung exquisite formula. Then, we can use this exquisite formula to get any term or any place in a term in this sequence. Next, we have finite and infinite sequence. So, in this finite and infinite sequence, simple lang sinasabi dito, kapag finite sequence, syempre from the word itself, finite meaning natatapos. So, ito yung mga sequence na merong last term. Example, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Hanggang 15 na lang siya. So, itong example na to ay sequence na merong 5 terms, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Example naman ng infinite sequence is ito. Ganun din, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Pero, meron siyang ellipsis. Meaning, yung sequence natin ay magtutuloy-tuloy indefinitely. So, ayun lang. Pag infinite, walang end term. Isa pang clue doon, makikita nyo yung dulo niya sa halip na end term, makikita kayong ellipsis. Meaning, the series or the sequence will go on and on. So, recap. Sequences is a list of numbers, and the numbers in a sequence are called terms. Often written as ganito, A sub 1, A sub 2, A sub 3, A sub 4, given that A sub 1 is the first term, A sub 2, second, A sub 3 is the third term, and A sub n is yung general term natin, or kapag nakuha niyo yung A sub n natin, ayun na rin yung exquisite formula. So, let's take this 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 as example. So, exquisite formula nito is yung 2n. Kasi nga, by this exquisite formula, we can get any term in the sequence. So, ito yung exquisite formula natin. And we can get the exquisite formula by observing the patterns in our sequence. Then we have finite and infinite sequence. Finite meaning sequence that has n terms or last term. And infinite is the sequence that has not. So, let's go to our example. Example 1.1.1. Find the possible formula for the n term of the sequence whose first 4 terms are 5, 9, 13, and 17. So, gagawin natin dito, 5, 9, 13, 17. Observe muna natin yung patterns para makuha natin yung exquisite formula niya or yung possible formula for the n term or yung A sub n natin. So, as you can see, 5 naging 9, 13, 17. So, we can get this number 9 by adding 4 to the first term, which is 5. Then 13 by adding 4 to the second term, which is 9, and so on. So, dito may clue na agad tayo. Plus 4 lang para makuha yung sunod na term. Pero yung start natin is 5. So, pwede siya maging 4 plus 1 para maging 5. So, 4 plus 1. Then, yung first term natin is 4 plus 1. Yung second term natin is 4 plus 4 plus 1 or 4 times 2 plus 1. Diba? Then, third term natin is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1 or 4 times 3 plus 1. Kasi 4 times 3, 12 plus 1, 13. Then, yung last term natin is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1 or 4 times 4 plus 1. So, by this, we can infer, ito naman times 1, that the general formula is A sub n equals 4n plus 1. Diba? Kapag yung a sub n equals 4n plus 1. So, ito yung general formula natin. Kasi nga, we can get the 9, 13, 17 by adding 4 to the prior term. So, ito 4 times 1 plus 1. Given na yung ito yung a sub 1. So, a sub 1, yung n natin naging 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1. 5. Then, ito, a sub 2, yung n natin magiging 2. So, 4 times 2 plus 1 is 9. And so on. Next example tayo. So, explicit formula for this, or yung possible formula for a sub n is 4n plus 1. Ito yung formula dyan. Meaning, we can get any place in this term, or any place of a term in the sequence by applying this exquisite formula, or this formula. Next example, 1.1.2. Find the first 3 terms and the 11th term of the sequence defined by each formula. So, meron tayong formula dito. Then, hahanapin natin yung first, second, third term, and yung 11th. Medyo mahaba-haba to. So, let's start. Siyempre, first term natin is a sub 1. A sub 1 equals 3 times 1, kasi nga yung n papalitan ng 1, squared plus 1. Ano sagot dito? Wait. Kuha lang akong black ball pen. So, 3 times 1 squared is still 1. So, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 equals 4. So, 4 yung first term natin. A sub 2 is equal to 3 times 2 squared plus 1 equals 3 times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. Then 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, 13. So, ganun lang. A sub 3 magiging 3 times 3 squared plus 1 equals 28. Then a sub 11 is 3 times 11 squared plus 1 equals 11 squared is 121 plus 121 times 3 is 363 plus 1 is 364. So, ganun lang. Hindi ko na isa-isahin kasi mahaba. Sulat ko na lang. So, b sub 1 natin dito, nagiging 2 times 3. Then, yung n natin is 1. So, 2 times 3 raised to 1. So, 3 times raised to 1 is still 3. So, 2 times 3 is 6. B sub 2 equals 2 times 3 raised to 2. 3 raised to 2, or 3 squared is 9 times 2 is 18. Then, B sub 3 equals 2 times 3 cube. So, 3 cube is 3, 9, 18, 27. Times 2 is 54. Dito naman, fraction, C sub n. So, C sub 1 equals, yung n natin magiging ng 1. 1 plus 1 over 2 raised to 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 raised to 1 is still 2. Ito ay magiging 1. Tama? Then, C sub 2 is 2 plus 1 over 2 squared. Magiging 2 plus 1, 3 raised to 4. 3/4. Next, C sub 3 equals 3 plus 1 over 2 squared equals 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 squared is 4. Tama ba? Ay, 2 cube pala, 2 cube. 2 cube is 8. So, 4 over 8 is 1/2. Tama. Then C sub 4, 3, C sub 11 pala. So 11 plus 1 over 2 raised to 11. So 11 plus 1 is 12. Then 2 raised to 11 is 512. No, 500. Si 2000 ano pala? 2048. Then kapag the lowest term natin to, ang lalabas ay nasa book 3 over 512. So divide the fraction by 4 over 4. Then last, number 4, d sub n. Start tayo sa d sub 1 equals 2 times 1 minus 1 over 1 squared plus 2n. Or 2 times 1. Magiging 2 times 1 is 2 minus 1. 1 squared is 1. Plus 2 times 1 is 2. Magiging 2 minus 1 is 1. And 1 plus 2 is 3. Tama. Then d sub 2. D sub 2 is 2 times 2 minus 1. 2 squared plus 2 times 2. So answer is 3 over 8. Then d sub 3 natin is 1/3. So kaya na mag-solve. Nakita nyo naman, substitution lang. D sub 11 natin is, sige, solve ko itong d sub 11. 2 times 11 minus 1 over 11 squared plus 2 times 11. Magiging 21 over 143. So, ganoon ang substitution. May nakalimutan pala tayo. Ito, si b sub 11. So, b sub 11 is 2 times 3 raised to 11. Then, 3 raised to 11 is 3 raised to 11, 177,147 times 2 pa pala. Pag times 2 mo, lalabas is 354,000. Wait. 354,000. Ano ka ba 354? Yan. 354,294. Ang laki. So, ganun lang. Basically, nagsasubstitute lang tayo to get the terms. So, dito, substitution lang. A sub 1, yung n natin naging 1. Kasi nga, A sub 1 eh. Dito naman C sub n, kaya yung n natin sa C sub 1 is nagiging 1. So, ganun lang. Kahit ano pang ibigay, kahit 11 term, kahit 20 term, substitute lang sa n yung term na given. Next example, 1.1.3. Find the first 5 terms of the 2017 term of the sequence defined by a sub n equals 2n minus 1 raised to n. So, bilisan na natin. First 5 terms. So, substitute. Papakita ko na lang kung paano sinubstitute. So, a sub 1 muna. Magiging 2 times 1, syempre. Kasi nga yung n napalitan. Then, negative 1 raised to. Yung n natin magiging 1. Ano sagot dyan? Sagot dyan is negative 2. Then, a sub 2. 2, yung n natin, syempre ito na. Times negative 1 raised to 2. So, negative 1 raised to 2 is positive 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Times positive 1 is positive 4. A sub 3. Edi magiging 2 times 3 raised to 3. Then, negative 1 raised to 3 is negative 1. Then 2 times 3 is 6. Magiging negative 6. Then a sub 4 natin. 2 times 4. Negative 1 raised to 4. The answer will be 8. A sub 5 equals 2 times 5 times negative 1 raised to 5 equals, maging sagot dito ay negative 10. Then A sub 2017, ito na. Magiging 2 times 2017 times negative 1 raised to 2017 equals, so 2 times 2017, ito muna exponent, negative 1 times 2017. So, kung wala kayong calcu, ganito lang yan. Kapag negative 1 squared, ang sagot positive 1. Bakit? Kasi yung negative 1 squared is equal kay negative 1 times negative 1. Kaya, ang sagot dito ay positive 1 kasi negative times negative is positive. Then, kapag negative 1 is cube, nagiging negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. So, negative times negative, positive. Times negative, negative 1. Tama? Basta even yung exponent, kapag negative yung nakalagay sa yung naka-raise sa exponent, kapag even ang exponent, lagi yung positive. Pag even, positive. Kapag odd, negative. So dito, 2017 is an odd number, kaya negative ang magiging sagot dito. Negative 1. So 2017 times 2 times negative 1, the answer will be negative 4,034. The next example agad. Example 1.1.4. Find the first 5 terms of the sequence defined by a sub 1 equals 3 and a sub n equals 2, a sub n minus 1 plus 5. So, first 5 terms na naman. Ang haba ng video na to. Okay. Sige na. A sub 1 natin is 3. So, hanapin na lang natin is 4 na terms. A sub 2, A sub 3, 4, and 5. A sub 2 natin. So, sabi dito, A sub n is equal to n A sub n minus 1 plus 5. So, kapag meron tayong A sub 2, kakaroon tayo ng 2 A n minus 1 plus 5. Then, itong n na to ay magiging 2. So, 2 na siya. So, A sub A2 minus 1. Ibaba natin. 2. Yung 2 minus 1 is 1 plus 5. So, ito yung A sub 2 natin. A sub 2 equals sa 2 A sub 1 plus 5. Ano ba yung A sub 1 natin? Ang A sub 1 natin is ito, 3. A sub 1 is 3. Kaya magiging 2 times yung A sub 1 natin, which is 3, plus 5. The answer would be 2 times 3, 6, plus 5, 11. Then, A sub 3, magiging 2A, 3 minus 1 is 2, plus 5. Ano ba yung A sub 2 natin? A sub 2 natin is 11. Kaya 2 times 11 plus 5. Then 2 times 11 is 22 plus 5, magiging 27. Then by applying this formula, we can get the A sub 4 equal to 59 and A sub 5 equal to 123. Kayo na bahala mag-solve dyan. Substitution lang naman. Marunong naman kayo mag-multiply. So, dito, sa halip na n yung binigay, is, yung given dito is yung term. So, kapag meron kang a sub n, ang exist formula is 2 times a sub n minus 1, meaning yung naunang term. 2 times yung naunang term, bago yung term na to, plus 5. Kaya, papansin nyo dito, a sub 1 natin 3 din yung ginamit natin, 2 times 3. Then, a sub 2 natin is 11, kaya 2 times 11. Next. Example 1.1.5. Find the first 5 terms of the sequence defined by a sub 1 equals 1, a sub 2 equals 1, and a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus a sub n minus 2. For n is greater than or equal to 3. So, dito, mangyayari, ganun lang din, paulit-ulit lang. A sub 1 equals 1, then a sub 2 equals 1. Then, a sub 3 natin, first 5 terms, so hanapin na lang natin is a sub 3, 4, and 5. Follow the formula. A sub 3, kaya magiging a, yung n minus 1, 3 minus 1, plus a, 3 minus 2. So, sinasabi lang dito na a sub 2 plus a sub 1. Yung a sub 3 is equal dun sa sum ng naunang dalawang term sa kanya, which is yung a sub 2 at a sub 1. So, yung third term is equal sa sum ni second at ni first term. Ganun lang. E di si fourth term ay equal sa sum ni third at ni second term. Tama? Solve natin. A sub 3 equal, ano bang a sub 2 natin? 1. Plus a sub 1 natin is 1. So, sagot dito is 2. Ganun lang. A sub 4. So, magiging a sub 3 plus a sub 2. Kasi nga, 4 minus 1, 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. Pag-a-add mo lang yung naunang dalawang term sa'yo. A sub 4 equals, a sub 3 natin is 2 plus 1 equals 3. Then, a sub 5. A sub 4 plus a sub 3. A sub 5 will be equal to 3 plus 2 equals 5. Tignan natin para makita nyo maigi. First term is 1. Second term is 1 pa rin. Third term is 2. Fourth term is 3. Fifth term is 5. So, in this, you can see na yung first term at second term, pag pinag-add mo, lalabas si 2. So, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Then, 1 plus 2 equals 3. Kasi ito. Then, 2 plus 3 equals 5. So, ganun lang. Yung sum ng dalawang naunang term. Ito yung pattern na to. Next, last example tayo. 1.1.6. Sa wakas, matatapos na rin. Find the first 5 terms of the sequence defined by a sub 1 equals negative 10, a sub 2 equals 2, and the formula is a sub n plus 1 equals a sub n minus n, a sub n minus 2. Then, let's find the a sub 3. So, pag a sub 3 tayo, may plus 1. So, para makuha yung a sub 3 to, kailangan a sub 2 plus 1. So, a sub 2 plus 1 is a sub 3 equals a sub n minus a sub, ito pala to, 2 minus 2. Tama. Then, simplify natin. 2 plus 1 is 3. A sub 2 minus 2 minus 2 is 0. Mali. N minus ano pala? N minus 1. So, correction. Minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Then, parang ganun din. Yung kanina lang. Inulit lang. A sub 3 equals, ano bang A sub 2 natin? A sub 2 is 8. Minus A sub 1 natin is negative 10. So, negative minus negative magiging addition. 8 plus 10 is 18. A sub 3 is equal to 18. Next, A sub 4 magiging A sub 3 minus A sub 2. Then, A sub 4 natin, A sub 3 natin is 18 minus A sub 2 natin is 8. Answer is 10. A sub 5 magiging A sub 4 minus A sub 3. Then, A sub 5 will be equal to, A sub 4 natin is 10 minus A sub 3 natin is 18. 10 minus 18 is negative 8. So, try natin sulat. First term is negative 10. Second term is 8. Third term is 18. And the fourth term is 10. Last term, which is term number 5, is negative 8. So, ito yung sequence natin. And that's it. So, sequence is basically a list of number. And the numbers in the sequence are called term. We can get the term by finding the exquisite formula. We can get the exquisite formula by looking at the patterns in the sequence. So, ayun lang. Kapag kukunin mo yung term in a sequence, gamitin mo yung exquisite formula. How to use that? Substitute lang. Substitute yung n to the, substitute mo lang yung given o yung hinahanap na term dun sa n. So, ayun lang. Basically, nag-substitute lang tayo dito to get the n term. So, that's all. I hope you learned from this video. And you can now answer your math problem that I gave. Bye. Good luck pala. And bye.